Hello everyone and thank you for joining us. This session is about ESEF 2026 and iXBRL reporting.
Over the past few years, we have all seen how ESEF has changed the way companies prepare and deliver annual reports. What started as a technical requirement has now become part of how financial teams demonstrate accuracy, transparency, and control. We chose this topic because 2026 will be an important year. The ESEF process is becoming more mature, the tools are improving, and regulators are expecting more consistency and automation. The difference between compliance and efficiency will come down to preparation and process quality. Our purpose today is to help you understand what's new in ESEF and iXBRL reporting and how your teams can make the upcoming reporting seasons smoother, faster, and future-ready. Let me quickly walk you through to the agenda. In the next half hour, we will cover 4 main parts. First, a short overview of how the reporting landscape evolved from XBRL to iXBRL and where ESEF fits in that journey. Then we will go through the key ESEF 2026 requirements and what is changing compared to previous years. We will also look ahead at ESAP, the European Single Access Point, and how it will connect financial and sustainability reporting across Europe. And finally, we will share how Inulta manages iXBRL projects, including the tools, automation, and collaboration practices that make the process more predictable and reliable. By the end, you will have a clear view of what's coming and how to prepare your organization to deliver high-quality ESEF submissions every year. Before we get into the technical part, let me tell you a bit about who we are. Inulta is a consulting company that specializes in financial performance, consolidation, and digital reporting. We help organizations around the world simplify the iXBRL process and turn ESEF compliance into an efficient and repeatable workflow. Backed up by some of the most reliable tools for iXBRL validation and conversion, our team has deep experience in multi-language tagging and collaboration with auditors, ensuring consistency and accuracy across all versions of a report. Accountability is one of the main competitive advantages Inulta offers when it comes to iXBRL reporting, making sure customers submit their reports in time. But let's start by looking at how the journey from XBRL to iXBRL led us to where we are today. To understand where ESEF is heading, it is useful to take a quick look back at how digital reporting evolved. It started with XBRL, an abbreviation for Extensible Business Reporting Language, which allowed companies to share structured financial data, machine-readable but not very user-friendly when you wanted to read the report itself. Then came iXBRL, its extended format inline XBRL. This format combines both. The report looks like a regular document for readers, but underneath, the data is fully tagged and ready for validation, analysis, and comparison. This combination changed the game. It gave companies a single version of truth that works both for people and for systems. And that's why the European Securities and Markets Authority adopted iXBRL as the foundation for ESEF, the European Single Electronic Format. Every listed company in Europe now reports using it, ensuring that all financial data is structured, comparable, and transparent across markets. The result is more than compliance. It's the first real step toward fully digital reporting, where information can move seamlessly from financial statements into analytics, audits, and public databases. For finance and reporting teams, this change is predominantly operational. With iXBRL, everything you submit is interpretable by regulators, auditors, investors, and data platforms. That means there's less room for ambiguity and more attention on quality and precision. Tagging and validation are now part of the normal reporting cycle. This requires better coordination between finance, consolidation, and IT, and sometimes with external partners or auditors who review the digital output. The benefit is real. Once you establish the right process, it saves time year after year. Automated validation reduces rework. Consistent tagging improves comparability, and your team can focus more on reviewing the story behind the numbers instead of formatting files at the last minute. This evolution also opens the door to automation and analytics that were impossible when reports were purely in PDF. In other words, digital reporting is not just a requirement, it's an investment in your team's efficiency. ESEF 2026 is an important stage in how digital reporting works across Europe. It moves us from a yearly filing exercise towards a connected system where financial, ESG, and broader corporate information sit together in one structure. The data companies tag under ESEF this year will form the basis for what later goes into the European Single Access Point, ESAP, which will hold information from listed businesses across the EU. Over the next few years, the systems for financial and sustainability reporting will gradually come together. Companies that build a solid process now will have a much easier transition when that integration happens. There are several practical updates teams need to prepare for. All notes and accounting policies now have to be block tagged. None can be left outside the tagging structure. Use the specific text block elements defined in the taxonomy and avoid generic placeholders. When a disclosure covers more than one theme, it can be linked to more than one tag as long as the logic is clear and well documented. Extensions will continue to be accepted and you don't need to anchor them for notes, but every extension should have a clear purpose. Consistency is becoming a key expectation, the same taxonomy year after year and matching tags across all languages. You can also expect more validation cycles and closer coordination with auditors through the whole process. Once the workflow is in place, it becomes routine. Each following year gets faster because the structure and the checks are already there. A very successful ESEF filing follows a method. Here's how we work step by step. First, we map the previous year's taxonomy and identify all changes. After that, we combine automated and manual tagging in top-notch software solutions so no disclosure is missed. We synchronize multilingual reports so tags align across languages. The next step is to run internal and joint validation with auditors until everything is clear. We handle final submission and stay available for any post-filing support. Each step is tracked and documented so the result is fully traceable and audit-proof. What really sets us apart is accountability. Inulta works on an all-in model. We take responsibility for the final report. At the deadline, the client publishes on time. If not, we carry the risk. The workflow is simple. We prepare the first tagged file, auditors add their comments, we revise and deliver until they approve. We also handle the liaison with auditors on tagged financial statements so your team can focus on content and not on technical details. This full-loop approach is why our clients hit their deadlines safely every year. Moving next to some of customer examples. These are some of our customers. We serve organizations from many industries: banking, insurance, energy, pharmaceuticals, manufacturing, automotive, and many more. At Inulta, our focus is on making digital compliance smarter and faster, so finance teams can put their time where it matters most. On analysis, insight, and decision-making. Aquila is a leading distribution and logistics company listed on the Bucharest Stock Exchange, and like many public companies in the EU, they faced the growing challenge of staying compliant with the ESEF mandate.
Their reporting process was becoming increasingly complex, especially with the need for block tagging in financial notes, evolving taxonomies, and tight timelines driven by regulatory deadlines. What made this project particularly interesting was the need to not only meet compliance, but do so efficiently, with confidence that their reports would be accurate and audit-ready from the start.
Aquila partnered with Inulta to implement a robust iXBRL tagging and ESEF conversion solution. Our team of IFRS-trained specialists used automation and smart reuse of prior year tags to reduce manual effort and accelerate delivery. The result? Aquila now submits fully validated ESEF-compliant reports with minimal friction, and they've established a scalable, future-proof process that's ready for new requirements like ESG tagging. This project is a great example of how automation and expertise can turn a regulatory burden into a strategic advantage. This customer is one of the leading financial institutions in the Czech Republic, and like many in the banking sector, they were facing increasing pressure to modernize their financial reporting environment. Their IFRS adjustments and group consolidation processes were heavily reliant on Excel, which introduced risks, slowed down reporting, and made compliance with ESMA iXBRL mandate more difficult. With Inulta's support, Moneta adopted a more unified and automated platform. We helped them integrate IFRS logic directly into their reporting workflows, enabling consistent audit-ready financial statements across both the group and individual entities. One of the standout achievements in this project was the automation of over 200 consolidation adjustments, helping to reduce manual effort and cut monthly close time by 30%. Today, Moneta is not only fully compliant with ESMA requirements, but has a scalable reporting solution in place that's ready for evolving regulations and future growth. Our third example is on how we helped a customer be ESEF compliant is Spurkis. This customer is Luxembourg's state-owned retail bank and a trusted institution with a strong reputation for both reliability and innovation.
As part of their broader digital transformation journey, Spurkeys took proactive steps to meet the European Single Electronic Format, or ESEF, requirements with confidence, not just as a compliance exercise, but as a strategic modernization effort. One of the biggest challenges wasn't just regulatory alignment, it was the introduction of block tagging, which added considerable complexity. They needed a solution that could handle tag reuse, version control, and real-time collaboration with auditors, all within the pressure of strict reporting timelines. Inulta delivered a tailored iXBRL tagging solution designed specifically around Spurkeys' needs. We introduced modular workflows that enabled seamless integration of last-minute auditor feedback and native validation tools to ensure every submission was technically sound before filing. The outcome? Zero post-submission issues, complete tag validation upfront, and a streamlined, audit-friendly process. But perhaps most importantly, Spurkeys now has a future-proof reporting framework in place, one that will support them through every ESEF cycle ahead and adapt easily to any new regulatory developments on the horizon. Before we close, a few lessons we've learned along the way. Bring in experts for the first year, automate the next. Start as early as you can, even if the numbers aren't final yet. Reuse and archive your mappings. Consistency saves time. Avoid generic other disclosure tags. Use specific ones wherever possible. Keep validation running throughout the process, not just at the end. Loop in your auditors early. Keep an eye on ESMA updates and taxonomy releases. A structured approach is the best antidote to last-minute stress. ESEF reporting is evolving. With the right process and partners, it becomes a clear advantage. If you need support with iXBRL reporting, please don't hesitate to contact us. Thank you for watching.